It's Coney Island from Taylor Swift. Well, a bit of islands around New South Wales as water has locked people in and floodwaters have damaged some of the summer crops and also a lot of our livestock too. Some have drowned, but the situation hasn't been great through northern New South Wales either, and particularly on the Pacific coast side. But this has led to an interesting week in the markets, with Wednesday 24th, the Eastern Young Cattle Indicator saw the price go to 887.25 cents. That's up 9.19 cents on the previous indicator and up 33.96 on the previous week. So clearly with some cattle losses, there's been a move again in the Eastern Young Cattle Indicator for a rise there. And in the yearling steers, that they're the only cattle type contributing to the price rise. The Vila heifers, Vila steers and yearling heifers all fell. Sales volumes were down across the nation. They fell about 30% on the previous week, about nearly 7,000 head, which is quite significant over the nation. Vila heifers fetched around 886.25 and Vila steers 944, and the yearling heifers 816, but yearling steers rose sharply, up 115 cents to 957, which was the biggest buying in Victoria. Cattle prices are generally inferior to the rest of the nation, and with the Vila and yearling steer categories stronger through the medium to heavy steers and the medium cow prices too, with about a 5 to 7% fall across the board. Western Victoria had the best feeder yearling sale prices, and the steers there at $4.41, and then compared to the Gippsland and Central West at $4.50. Warrnambool sale yard numbers were down to just 914. That's down 440 head, and the mixed quality in the selection Swan Hill, the yardings fell on Thursday on the week before by almost half to 568 head after rain across the supply area. And SA, the trade lamb indicator, spiked towards 850 cents this week, tracking closer to matching last week's price, and fell sharply from two-year highs at the same time last year. Vila steer and also processor yearling steer prices improved slightly to $4.39 and $4.51, and Mount Gambier sale yard volumes were well down. They fell 335 head to 494. MLA observed quality was generally good. Dublin, the trade continued to be low, down 25 head to 300, with a sizable number from the northeast pastoral areas with quality generally lacking. And Naracoorte sale yard numbers on Tuesday were also down slightly to 533 head. Heading back into New South Wales at Wagga Wagga, sale yard volumes fell by 1,000 in the sheep side of the business to 2,400 this week. The highest ranked sale yard nationwide in the country, contributing nearly 20% of all stock, was at Wagga Wagga. So that's a pretty interesting statistic to come out of the week. And in the sheep side of things, heavy lamb was the biggest improver, and up 41 cents to 826 cents. In Horsham, there was a yarding of 8,460, Swan Hill 6,000 sheep, and then Bendigo 29,000, Ballarat 39,000, and Hamilton 23,000. Some pretty big yardings there in the sheep side of the business. So plenty of data there. You can read the whole report, including wool, where the ship that has got stuck in the Suez Canal is having an impact on world wool trading. Elders Wool reports that the headwinds for Australian wool persisted, and the ongoing shipping constraints a factor, and a lacklustre demand, and throw a bit of volatility into the currency and the commodities that are being traded around the globe. Less than 3% movement in wool prices for the week. And the AWEX, which is the indicator, the EMI, eased by 32 cents in local currency terms, and with the market down by 14 US cents, and the same for wool on the euro. All the merino fleece indicators eased by 20 to 30 cents. So have a read of the grains also in the report, and Ricky Lambert has compiled that for us at Flow News 24.